Nice. Halt not immobile. And then 6 for 2, lovely bend, but not quite far enough in the corner. Today's activity, don't overbend. 7. Eight. Four, sorry. Yeah. No, sorry. Not 8 was for number 4. You're right, that's good. We're good. Sorry. I was looking down at the test, that was not the right test. Stretch, best, second half. 7. Hold low. Then change. 7. Good circle shape. Over flex. 7. Well, we return at A. Slightly left. And hold. 7. All right, come on up. What a super cool horse. What I really like about this horse is the hind quarter. You've got this really active hind quarter, and it's very much underneath the horse. The challenge you have is it a Percheron cross or
we think he's a fewer Belgian.
Oh, that's interesting combination.
That's our best guess.
Yeah. Very cute. Oh yeah, because he's got kind of a Fjordish, kind of cresty,
double mane, he has a dorsal stripe and
and
everything.
wow. What a cool horse though. Okay, so what I really like the hind quarter and the activity. The challenge you have there then is capturing all that energy you're generating in behind into the hand. And it's very common, you're dealing with a very common thing, and what happens is that energy comes up over the hand and into your hand, and then you try to give the horse a place to go, and they're getting a little overflex, a little deep, a little pull too low. So what you'll want to do is get that and try to channel a little more up and out. And maybe when the horse gets a little deep and buried like that, one thing I learned from my trainer is that you can, some people will bump the horse up this way, but that'll make them more deeper. You kind of can bump the horse up a little with the rein lightly, but bring your pinkies towards you. And what that does is it turns the bit in their mouth, and it helps to bring them up and out a little bit more.
Okay.
So just a tip there. I always tell people that because I never heard that before, and I learned that just this year. I'm like, oh wow, it works. So the scores on this are not as high as they will be. I gave you an 8 in your transition from medium walk between K and A. The rest are 7s and 6s, but I think those will go much higher. Because
We've
you
done a
got-
lot worse, so
yeah.
that's okay.
Well, it could go worse, but let's hope they don't go too much worse. Good circle shapes, you know, fairly accurate as far as the test goes. It's just the inconsistent and the challenge you run into, because he's trying to come into your hand the right way. And when you're showing an intro, the challenge you have is, the requirement is that the horse accepts the contact. So you could go around and have the connection, the frame that you have now, and with them taking the contact and still do well. But when you have a horse that wants to come into the hand and a horse that moves so good behind, like this one, you've got to channel that energy, and then you get that little up and down in between. So you end up not scoring as high as somebody that maybe comes in here on a hunter horse that's just hacking around with the horse accepting the contact.
Right.
But the good news is you've got so much more to work with as you move up the levels, because you have that energy being generated behind, and now you've got to figure out how to work on the straightness and capturing it a little more evenly. So anything in particular? The pull low was the biggest thing, and the little bit of anticipating the jigging and the before the transitions. The circles, try not to over-bend on the circles, because you want bend, but you don't. If you over-bend, then the shoulder pops out a little bit, and it sort of changes, you aren't capturing that energy evenly. So think about, you know, maybe flexing a little instead of bending the whole neck. So a little flexion left with the eye to the inside, but then you can check your bend on the points of the circle, like if you were to put, and like when you're here, you know, bend it, am I straight, and then straighten a little to the outside, because you don't want to lose riding the horse from the outside as well. So you want the horse to be straight on the line of travel. Otherwise, lots of huge potential. You know, the scores are good, but they'll be a lot better with a little more consistent acceptance of the contact and coming into the hand more evenly.
All right.
All right,
Thank you very
thanks,
much.
you're welcome.